Hello and welcome to the Euro Speedway here in Lausitz, Germany for the 6th and final round of the Red Bull Air Race World Championship for 2010. Nick Fellows and Steve Jones bringing you our last race report of the season. It's been a thrilling competition here, with Paul Bonhomme being the man that everybody was talking about after winning a qualification point earlier in the proceedings and then going on to record the fastest time in the Super 8 round to wrap up the World Championship for the season. Steve, in your mind, a deserved, successful defence of his title?
Oh, definitely. Mr. Consistent Paul Bonhomme. Very impressive flying from him throughout the season. And it once again demonstrates that he's just not capable of flying slowly. To win the Super 8 when he didn't need to, he can't slow down. So great flying from him.
And of course, Paul becomes the first pilot in the history of the Red Bull Air Race to take two back-to-back World Championship titles. But the man that he's been battling it out with all season long and has kept most of us on the edge of our seats is the Austrian pilot Hannes Ark, winning the last race of the season. 4 wins from 6 races, but it was the early part of the tour that really put Hannes on the back foot, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, winning 4 of the 6 races you would think would be enough to beat Paul Bonhomme in the championship, but no, Bonhomme is just so consistent. But Hannes, very impressive mental strength to get back from the disaster of the first round, to come back from there, 3 straight wins, and then to win here the last race of the year. Very impressive mental strength from Hannes Ark.
The 11th in Abu Dhabi, the season opener, and the 4th in New York. The penultimate round of the tour is where many of the opinion leaders and experts are saying Hannes Ark threw away his chances of taking the 2010 season. Great to see Matt Hall back on the podium here today, having to take some time off. He's got his confidence back, Steve.
Yeah, he took a bit of a mental knock, receiving a 1-race ban for his incident earlier in the year, so he's definitely back from that. He flew a bit tentatively to start with here at Lausitz, but really to get third, back on the podium, really good, really impressive from Matt Hall.
And of course, the saddest story of the day was the British number 2, Nigel Lamb. I was quite surprised before his last flight of the competition to get a puncture on an air race plane. Steve, I have to admit, that's something that I never thought we'd see.
No, it's a fluke incident, really. The wheels are contained or faired with the carbon fairings. They're very sharp if they break. I suspect just picked up a little bit of damage off one of those, sliced through the tyre. Freak incident, but end of his hopes for the day.
So the last round of the tour goes to Hannes Ark, but our season champion is Paul Bonhomme. Let's bring you right up to date with the results of today's competition and, of course, the championship standings for 2010. So confirmation of the 6th round result here in Germany. Hannes Ark is top of the table ahead of Bonhomme and Matt Hall third. We see Lamb, Ivanov, Chambliss, Doldra, McLeod, Bessennier and McLean making up the top 10. Schonke, Maroya, Gulian and Rachmanin down in 14th. Confirmation of the World Championship standings for 2010. Paul Bonhomme is successfully crowned the number 1 in the world for the 2nd season in succession ahead of Ark, Lamb, Chambliss, McLeod, Ivanov, Hall, Doldra making up the top 8. Gulian, Bessennier, McLean, Maroya, Rachmanin, Schonke and Kindelman down in 15th. And that's it for another thrilling season here on the Red Bull Air Race World Championship. I'm sure you will agree, a cracking tour it really has been. And congratulations to Paul Bonhomme, Hannes Ark and Nigel Lamb, the 1, 2, 3 for the 2010 season. From Nick Fellows and Steve Jones, thanks for your company. It's goodbye for now.
Goodbye.